It is Thanksgiving, and I need y'all to celebrate with your families. However, first, I will tell you guys a little bit of information that I have constantly been hearing regarding what we're going to get at some point at the end towards the multiversal saga. Now, the thing is, I can't quite pinpoint where this is. This is obviously in between Doomsday and in between Secret Wars. This is not after. So anybody who telling you that Xmen versus Avengers is after Secret Wars is just lying to you. They're just lying to you. Because once Secret Wars ends is when we're going to get the build-up and the introduction into the next saga, which is going to essentially kind of like go down the hill that's going to lead you into the multiversal or into the mutant saga. So with that being said, I'm here to give you all the details that I have currently been given, have received, have heard rumored, have been talked to, and we're just going to dive into them. So with that being said, here we go. First off, I have heard multiple times that there is going to be obviously a tyrant and a rebellion. Now, whoever that may be, whoever is added into that, I am not 100% positive. I am going to assume that Spider-Man making his agreement with Doctor Doom, sending, Peter to that new timeline or new battle world or whatever, that new Earth that, people can't seem to get. I'm going to assume it's a new timeline. So Doctor Doom giving all these people different choices, kind of like how House of M's kind of going, where they all kind of get what they want. Peter goes there, realizes that it's not genuine, that it's not his Aunt May, that it's not his, Ned, that it's not all these kind of things. And eventually gets into the point that even though he's remembered, he needs his own universe again. And then obviously the spell breaks, blah, 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 blah. But it's going to be a big old end with Peter leading up to Doom, to this rebellion kind of thing. That's what I've heard. Number 2. An emperor who thinks he's right. Obviously, Doctor Doom thinks he's in the right. He's going to be a more genuine villain. They're trying to push him more times like Thanos, where, he's not exactly evil. He thinks what he's doing is right. The way that they did Thanos in this whole MCU was done well, but in my honest opinion, I still think he should have been done like in the comics. When we have a villain, I want an evil villain. I don't want a misjudged good guy in a sense. I think that is dumb, and I don't think that's the way it should be. Number 3. Now, this is the one that people have constantly been telling me, and I want to deny it because I don't like it. A variant of Avengers. Now, this is the thing. We keep hearing that there is and Josh, my boy Denim Nerds, keeps constantly pounding it on everybody, and I hate it, that there could be Doom's kind of like Avengers. Now, hear me out. Kevin Feige did mention that Marvel Comics and Marvel Cinematic Universe and anything Marvel, they were going to be kind of entwined. Not that you had to read one like Star Wars BS, but essentially like they take inspiration from each other. They take, stuff like that. And guess what? Doctor Doom is becoming a huge thing in the most recent, and obviously he became Sorcerer Supreme in Blood Hunt, and he's going to be, the rise of Emperor Doom. He's going to have his Doom Vengers, he's going to have his Doom Illuminati. Sorry, I'm still sick. Doom Strike Thunderbolts, you got Doom Academy. Like, this man is everywhere. This man is making his Red Hulk, which is going to lead to obviously him bringing in his Maestro, which people keep talking about. Well, Doctor Doom is a huge thing, and they are just going to go full-on 360 YY no-scope advertisement with him. I have a friend who works in marketing and who has been saying that Galactus and Doctor Doom advertisements are going to be ridiculous. Obviously, first, Galactus for Fantastic Four is going to be absurdly big, and then Doctor Doom for Doomsday, for Spider-Man 4, and for other things is going to be the same way. They're going to be pushing these characters ridiculously. So, with that being said, these Avengers that they could be getting, whether it's like a Cabal, whether it's like an evil Illuminati, whether it's a Doom's Avengers or whatnot, he's going to be taking certain characters from different parts, and he's going to be having them included, whether they are bodyguards or whatever. The only details I have been told is that Doom is going to have evil variants of Avengers. Take that as you will. Next part, Molecule Man or Beyonder. I don't think, because recently came out somebody, I don't remember who it was because everybody just thinks they know comic books, was tweeting saying, hey, a very well-known character in the arc of Secret War and Doomsday is going to be brought in. Well, first off, Why would you have Molecule Man when we have anchor beings? We have anchor beings like Deadpool and Wolverine so far. We've heard rumors about Spider-Man. We've heard rumors about so-and-so. And with that being said, the Molecule Man's whole purpose is the Molecule Man was made identical to himself in every single universe, being used essentially as a bomb. Now, to correct another YouTuber, there are more than 2 Secret Wars, but I just had to get that off my chest because it was pissing me off. Now, the whole Beyonder thing, the Beyonder thing could make sense if not for the fact that we're having Loki and we're having Wanda. And the reason why I say that is because with the way the whole case went, even though Jonathan Majors' case was dropped, Jonathan Majors was supposed to become a variant of the Beyonder. Now, with him obviously not possibly coming back, even though there is the possibility that he could, and I hope and I wish, I don't think we're going to do the Beyonder. Just throwing it out there. Next up, before, during, and after Secret Wars, once again, like I said, you're going to have Spider-Man 4, you're going to have another movie, you're going to have Secret Wars, and you're going to have 3 films after Secret Wars. So, once again, Avengers versus X-Men. I think this is the big thing that everybody's come to my video for because I did post about it. Avengers versus X-Men isn't necessarily going to be its own film. It's going to be during the events of Doomsday 2 Secret Wars. So it's in that multiversal, I don't know what you call it, like bubble. So essentially, there's going to be a point where the Avengers fight the X-Men on this new timeline. It has nothing to do with them having their own movie. First of all, the Hulk rights have not reverted. If they have, I will accept I am wrong. But from what I have been told and what I have heard multiple times upon multiple times, no, they have not. Why would you give up the rights to the Hulk? Doesn't make sense. It's like giving up the rights to Spider-Man. Why would you do it? But this Avengers versus X-Men thing is supposed to take place on this new timeline where they're supposed to battle, because during this rebellion there's going to be certain characters versus certain villains, and they're going to fight against each other, leading up to this anticlimactic, big battle, which is going to lead up to the end. Last but not least, a strong leader. Peter Parker is going to have to realize that he is a lot stronger than he is, where he's going to be taking the front and is going to essentially lead this rebellion, kind of like Luke Skywalker leading the rebels against the dark side. So with that being said, Peter Parker, once again, even though he's not known, he's Spider-Man. People, even though they don't know who Peter is we don't know at this point if the bubble breaks or what happens, or if the spell's reverted, or if Doom fixes the spell, because we do know Doom offers him, this perfect reality again, where he's going to have his Aunt May, where Happy's going to remember him, where he's possibly going to have an Iron Man. There's so many details going that I have to just dive. I'm writing them all down on a notebook. There's just so much stuff going around. So I thought I would just kind of give you guys my bubble of everything right now. Obviously, I'm going to dive more into within the next couple weeks. I have a lot to go over, but I do appreciate it. And if you're watching, Josh, I think we should do a podcast. If not, I think you guys should all tag Josh on Twitter and let him know that we should do a podcast, because I feel like we could run the internet. Just saying, we could be the next, I don't even know, Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. As always, guys, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Just remember, have a great one. I appreciate all of you every day. Once again, I had that moment a little back with my daughter. I'm so appreciative that you all reached out to me on Twitter, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you all on the next one.